KPBS recently lost a member of the family with the passing of Donald Shiley. For over 30 years, Donald and Darlene Shiley have been huge supporters of KPBS. They helped build the KPBS Telecommunications Center, and they formed the Arts and Cultural Programming Fund. They have been huge supporters over the years for KPBS, and we're going to miss Donald deeply.
He was very quiet, very modest, and I would describe him as dear. I mean, he was a very sweet man.
Donald and I have helped, have been supporters, and frankly, over the long haul. I mean, 3 decades is a long time to support an organization. And over the years, our giving has grown, as it should if you have confidence in an organization. I'm proud about that.
I think Donald would like to be remembered as someone who helped many people with his philanthropy and his generosity and his caring. And I also think that you can see much of Donald in the kinds of things that Darlene does every day and the kind of person she is. And that generosity and great heart really shines through. When you think about giving, it's really an opportunity to make a difference. And this group of visionaries built KPBS from the ground up, and you can see their vision in everything that we do. It's really amazing. The Viterbi family is completely down to earth, but they're so smart. I mean, that's the only way to describe all of them. And Andrew Viterbi is just one of the most impressive people I've ever met, because he's a very considerate, kind, soft-spoken, and extremely generous person, and that carries through in their entire family.
As someone who has helped make San Diego a center for digital wireless technology, we felt that we wanted our family to participate in bringing high-definition digital TV to this area. What inspires our family to support KPBS is the quality of its programming.
Well, Saul Price was brilliant, demanding, smart, and very direct. So their giving was very, very thoughtful, and over time it's had a tremendous impact, and it continues to this day, where they all really love KPBS, and they show that through their generosity.
KPBS inspires our family because they are interested in many of the same things we're interested in, which is education, which is helping our city grow, which is informing the public as to what is going on, both good and bad, in our government, in our city, and those things are all very important to us.
Joan Kroc was fun and interesting. I met her through the San Diego Hospice, which she had created after one of her parents had died. And when my husband went into the hospice the first night, he wrote a letter thanking her. And she contacted me afterward, and we became friends. Now, she had been a donor to KPBS. She had recently given us $3 million to finish the station's equipment funding after we had built it. But I didn't really know her, and you have to understand, this was over a period of 20 years where I'd been sending her letters and met her very infrequently. And again, she was a very quiet, very private person. So that gift has special resonance and meaning for me. And as we all know, I mean, she's changed the face of public radio in this country, and she's given KPBS a great, great base of support for our endowment.
I think Joan would have been honored and humbled to be in the KPBS Hall of Fame. She was not someone who went out and sought awards or self-recognition, but when it happened, she looked upon it as an opportunity for people to see her get the award and perhaps give more of their time and money to that organization.
The Copley family is legendary in San Diego for the many tremendous things they've done, including KPBS and Copley Symphony Hall, and of course the newspaper. And I think there was a natural alliance between them and KPBS with a desire to make information available as widely as possible. And that in addition to the fact that David loves films and has a special interest in Hollywood and performance. So he was a tremendous leader with Judith Harris of our campaign, which to this day, you know, we all walk around here thinking, how lucky were we to have them. Well, Arthur and Jeannie Rivkin are fun, and they love KPBS.
We're very fond of Tom Carlo and Stephanie Bergsma in the current management hierarchy there. We think they're wonderful, and they'll call us up more frequently than our kids do to invite us to things. It's kind of interesting. So we're very grateful. We're very happy to be part of the KPBS family.
In my job, it's you know, we don't often get to see the people who are watching or listening to us, so it's really special to have people who are not only incredibly generous in underwriting our children's programming for many years, but who also adore the station and enjoy it and watch it almost exclusively.
The inspiration for our support of KPBS has been their entertainment for children. Sesame Street in particular, in teaching the kids how to behave and entertain at the same time, has been great over the years.
As a matter of fact, I have seen programs that teach the child how to walk across the street safely, how to say please and thank you, and how to respond to adult either care or criticism. It's just so valuable, and it's something that the children do need.
Our relationship with Irwin and Joan Jacobs started many, many years ago when Irwin was first founding Link-A-Bit. And I will never forget, we were toward the end of the campaign for KPBS to build this building, and we were trying to decide whether we would build the studio in which I'm now sitting, and which has really immeasurably increased our ability to do so many things at KPBS. But we needed more money. So Doug Merland and I got in the car and drove out to his office and told him that we were at the 11th hour, we needed this gift. And this is in the days before they were making so many gigantic gifts and people knew them and everything. And they said yes the next day. And so here we sit in Studio B, which is the Jacobs studio, thanks again to their visionary, dedicated support. They went on to support the radio station. They've done so many things at KPBS, and now of course they're funding our remodel of the second floor, which is going to be magnificent and probably one of the best newsrooms in the entire country. So I can't say enough about the Jacobs. They're really, like Donald and Darlene and all of our donors, they really give from the heart. They really care about the things that they make an investment in.
I think it's very important for a community to have several sources of news and information, as well as information about cultural activities. And so KPBS is perhaps one of the better sources here in the region for both news and for cultural activities. And so it's a very easy decision for us to want to be able to support it, particularly because there's some very good people involved. They have themselves visions and ideas on how to better improve their services. And we always like supporting areas where there is a lot of thought going into it and people, very good people who are able to carry that thought out.
The Hall of Fame, to me, is recognizing all the people who built the stations. I mean, it's literally that simple, because if we didn't have the millions of dollars for the building, the millions of dollars for the equipment, which constantly keeps changing and we have to upgrade, we wouldn't have offices, we wouldn't have a staff. We are really public television and radio, and we belong to this community, and without these gifts, we simply wouldn't exist. I mean, it's that important to the stations.